So, welcome back to my stream. Today we're gonna take a look at the newest release of my script, and yes, this is the first stream with a proper cam recording from my laptop. And so yeah, I've been doing some work on my laptop in the recent time, and I want to go over that work together with you. So let me make the transition over. So, here we're seeing my repository. You can find this under github.com/burningphoenix/rpmfusion setup Fedora. I need to get another name because I think some of the names are under trademark. But this is the link for now. So this script is made for Fedora users who make the first setup, and I've pushed out a new patch. As you can see on the releases here, we have 4 releases right now. So the all-in version is the old version where there is a script installing basically everything that I would suggest installing after installing Fedora. Still with a README, I think that is oh god, don't yeah, so this is still with a README giving you the instructions to please enable this for like faster updates and faster implementations of stuff, which is being removed from my newest releases, starting with interactive beta. We've got just one beta release on this release because well, I didn't need more because I fixed the issues pretty fast, and so I've pushed out the interactive version. So 3.0, I don't know why it doesn't show up here, but okay, this is 3.0, and I've completely missed out on one thing that I've implemented in my earlier versions, and that is DVD compatibility for the people still needing DRM support for DVDs. And so this is implemented in patch 1, so 3.1, because this is basically a feature drop. So yeah, this is the current state, and I just wanted to show you that, but I need to reset up Fedora box because, well, I need to reinstall Fedora because I'm a lazy guy and I don't really have the nerves for finding everything out on my PC right now. So yeah, this is made for Fedora 38, but I think there isn't an ISO pushed up to this right now, so I need to open it from a file. I got that, but so I have rel here. Do I not have a Fedora file up? So this is taking a bit. Need to look something up pretty quick. Just show. So it seems that I've forgotten to pull down a current ISO for Fedora 38 beta. So we're gonna download this, and it will be ready and up in 5 minutes. So what I could do right now with you is just going through the changes that I've made. So I'm gonna pull this release up here, and the all-in release is gonna go there. And then just to show it off, I'm gonna put the beta in. So yeah, let's go. So the beta already included this new file. What I've missed out on was libdvd CSS that was missing from the beta, because I just forgot to write the code for it. So on the start sh, the basically okay, let's start with like the oldest version still available in my repos. Because I took down the 1.0 version, I still have it on a server. Might be I might be just publishing the link to that folder later on. I still have a folder for the 1.0 release, which still included FlatHub setup, because FlatHub wasn't completely set up on Fedora before 38. So if you're still not, if you're not running the beta, that's completely okay. You might be needing the 1.0 patch, but if you're still running like standard, like Fedora 37, I mean, this month is the month to switch. If they're on schedule, they're not typically that renowned for being on schedule. So 1.0 is basically deprecated. So I'm gonna just pull up the file without reboot. So what this old system did was it installed Fedora RPM Fusion free, non-free, then updates core, then installed some GStreamer plugins and stuff like that. Then puts up sound and video, then installs free tainted, then libdvd CSS, so the support for DRM DVD, and then non-free RPM Fusion, tainted, and then it just updates the system. What became new on the 3.0 beta 1 release is basically I've like started from the beginning. So yeah, this is supposed to install all this stuff and lead you over to another script, which is this dnf mod.sh. We're talking about this later. So I've made a menu, still CLI interface, not a fancy graphical application interface whatsoever. And I've implemented this. So if it fails, it is telling you that it failed to install the RPM on this one. And if it is successful, it just says that it successfully installed the RPM. I think the most used option will probably be install all, because that will just install every RPM. link to buy this. Yeah, but they're basically set up in a bit of a different order than in the old script. And then we have the update version and reboot system. And it says goodbye if you just exit it, which is, by the way, an option. So, and then we're coming to this well, not functioning DNF mod file. So this tried to do it with set. I've tried with sudo and it didn't do anything. So this was basically a broken file up to when I basically completely rewrote it, and it became stable release. So stable release I've implemented, so on 3.1 I've implemented the option for DVD compatibility, which is set up here as well in the install all. Otherwise it basically does exactly the same as the old script on this one. And if we go back and we go to DNF mod, so this is completely rewritten, going with DNF config manager and stuff like that. And yeah, this has the option to set all this configuration changes that I suggest people to still implement, because default yes makes some stuff just easier, makes parallel downloads, makes you download not just one package at a time. So if you have an internet connection over 10 megabits, you can like set this to like 10, 5, whatever your speed is. We are setting here on a roughly 100 megabit connection, and 10 is basically fine. Fastest mirror is kind of controversial to some people, because sometimes it just can speed up things and sometimes it just slows down things. So that's up to you to implement on your system. Then of course the option to set all the options, and then we have the option to set a custom option, and that's the script part where you just type in the option name and the value, and then it sets all of this up for you. And then we have quit, and quit basically brings you back to starter stage, so the other script. So if you if you finished this, because I'm suggesting this to be done before you do the other stuff, then it totally makes sense to go back to the other script. But I still need to write some way to still give you the option to do more than just set all options, so that you can do custom options as well after that. Yeah. So the license didn't change. It's still GPL 3.0 license, because I think personally for me that's completely okay. So yeah, no reason for me to really change that. Let me check if... Oh god, I think I just... Did I just break it? Oh no, okay. So I have the image ready. Select from file. So UFI. Let's go with 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I mean we don't need much space. And yeah, and I just want to show this off to you. And I don't even need to install like the whole Fedora system for that. So yeah. I can just show you that in the live environment. I would suggest you to actually let this go through, but I'm breaking up because I know that it works. God, long time not using GNOME, and now I'm back on GNOME. That's still awkward. Yeah. So because this is a live environment, this is by far not the speed that you will get from Fedora normally, and it's a VM, so yeah. RPM Fusion setup Fedora. You can just copy basically the stable branch. I haven't done the patch 1 is not in the testing because I want to actually make an application as the next step to visualize it a bit more and make it more new user friendly, because I think new users really like it more when they have just this all in an application instead of needing to go to the command line, because the command line is typically, for a lot of users that I know, just scaring, even if it's not that scary at all, but people are just not wanting to go with that. So first of all, we need to make both of them, or not, we don't need to do DNF mod sh, but just doing it start.sh. Yeah, wait. Oh, wow. I completely forgot that it takes US as normal, and as you were able to see on my GitHub page, I'm from Germany, so my keyboard is German, and yeah. So the issue is that if we go to option 1, so this is the DNF configuration. If I just tap 4, it will all just work, but at this point it actually switched back to the other script. That's something that I don't want it to do, and that's still something that I need to fix, but I feel like it's still stable enough to be published as a stable branch. This is something that I can just do later on. So what I wanted to show you first of all is to prove you that it actually did what I wanted it to do, is we are going to the DNF config file, and here is everything that I wanted it to do. If you want to have custom options here, you can totally do that. It's just that if you're back here, so you need to take 1 again, and then you just type 5, and then you can type in anything that you want. So yeah. What I would normally do now is type 7, and then it should install, try to install everything that is on that list. So it will search for the fastest mirrors now. And then it will ask me for the next choice without giving me the menu again, which is kind of a weak point at that point, but it's okay, I guess. So you need to remember that 8 is updating and 10 is reboot, basically, because that's what you want to do after this. You want to enable those RPM fusion things and maybe DVD compatibility. I've installed the lib DVD CSS file on my system because, I mean, I still have an external DVD drive, and sometimes, rarely, sometimes I still watch DVDs. I know, trash quality, but yeah, sometimes when my internet doesn't work, that's the solution, basically. And so yeah. So I might be needing it sometimes. But yeah, I'll just break this up here. Sometimes you need to type in the choice twice because, I don't know, happens sometimes. Normally you don't need to do this. So yeah. You would need to update now and stuff like that, but I won't do this on live environment because that doesn't mean anything to the live environment. And if I restart it, it will just wipe everything from the live environment. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to show you about this